class, or they can't remember the preterite for dormir, is not actually as important as if they are a kind person and are going to be like a participating citizen in our society.
Kids are as complex as we are as adults, if not more so. So when you define success or being effective, there are a variety of ways. What is effectiveness? Is getting a kid that formerly would have dropped and failed in school to a C minus and struggle and make it all the way through? Is that effective? If it's effective, is it effective enough? The kid that would go from a B to an A, all right, so now he's going to go to a 4-year university, or she's going to go to a engineering program. Is that effective enough?
But what's more important to that student's family is, can he speak up? Can he show his intellect? So it's like, how do I track that? Inside my head, I'll share it with parents, but as far as tracking per se, like, you can't really grade that. You can't say, well, this kid's got a 90% in self-confidence, it just doesn't work. But, will he be able to speak in front of a congressional committee? I think he's going to be able to. A lot of that stuff is not going to be quantifiable. There's no way. But what's more important sometimes, is it more important that he knows that what the word constituency means, or that he knows how to represent a constituency?
And 2 of the students interviewed, didn't end up passing my class, which was unfortunate because they just basically stopped coming or stopped trying. But one of the students was a Caucasian student, and he said that he, learned not to judge people and learned to think before he says something to someone, and to me, and the way he just expressed that, I was like, wow, that's enough. I reached that one kid this year and in a pretty powerful way, and then, that's enough for me.
Students have multiple opportunities to demonstrate proficiency or mastery or whatever you want to call it of a skill. So if we're working really hard on analyzing or critiquing an argument and understanding the pieces of rhetoric, then my students and I will engage in multiple opportunities to learn about it. And so I do keep record, oh, this student totally met this expectation. This student's going above and beyond. So I do see, oh, the student's almost there. They're not, I use the common does not meet approaches, meets, exceeds. So I have that record. And then we just do a lot of formative assessment in the classroom. Maybe it's more informal assessment. Yeah.
So I can't always particularly point out the points that may have changed them, but I know over the long run, just by you being there and being honest with them, that anything can happen. And I'm always hoping it to be positive, in most times it is.
This is their life, right? So I hesitate. I had a colleague in graduate school who actually works in this district who would remind me, sort of Dewey, an idea that we're not preparing them for life, right? This is their life. And there's something also that we're preparing them for another part of their life. So we try to talk about this as being their life too, because it is. But yes, we talk a lot about activism and what that means. We talk a lot about action, and when you care about something, what do you do about it, and why reading and writing and speaking and listening can help you to make a difference in the world about issues that you care about.
For what, as a resource teacher, pretty much all my plan is long term, because they have goals they have to reach. We have learning goals, specific learning goals for kids in accordance with their individual education plan. So that's a long-term goal. They all have long-term goals. So throughout the year, we're focusing on those goals and trying to increase their skills in those areas.
Yeah, we do. We have student-led conferences, and so for preparing for that, the students, we go through a whole goal-setting process, how to set goals that are meaningful and realistic and attainable, and those can be academic goals and also life goals. And I also like to talk about those issues in my classroom when I can to sort of tie in the bigger picture of our lives in general as it relates to social studies or themes in literature.
I always use big picture goal setting, especially with this community that I'm dealing with and the incredible diversity that is at this school. If you do not give a child that especially has to deal with disproportionality issues an ability to focus on a goal in their future that will actually benefit their life, they don't have a trail to go on. They're going to end up wherever it is, wherever it seems like the easiest trail in the end. Well, to be an astronaut, you can't just take the easy trail. I mean, the best team on the planet, as far as educating a kid, is if you've got parents and teachers cooperating, trying to make things as good as possible for that child. There is nothing that's going to beat that. You can't have, you can have a really great teacher, really great parents, but if you don't have those people teaming together, you're not going to get as good a result.
And I want to be that. I want to be that big brother for them. I want to be that dad. I want to be that uncle, that role model they can look at and say, I want to be just like Mr. Brashaw. And you know what I'm saying? I say, I want you to be better than Mr. Brashaw.
Whatever it is they become passionate about, I just want them to have tools to do something about it and to know that sitting by isn't going to make this world change in the way or stay. However it is that you want to see the world, you have to do something about it. So all of our projects are tied into this idea of not being a bystander anymore.
I think letting them know that they matter is another big part of that connecting. And being a good teacher is, you matter. I care about you, other people care about you, and you have a place in this world.